Hello, 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 and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of the adventures of the Golden Tooth. My name is John, and I am joined by Sean,
Hello.
Sean,
Hello, hello, hello.
and Michael.
Hello, 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 hello.
And we are here to play some D&D.
Wait, what?
Michael, do you want to take the recap and tell us what happened last time?
Yeah. I'm such a. Last time it was so good. There were. You know what? I don't want to take that away from somebody else. Somebody else could recap. You know. I feel they'll do it. I feel I'd be too into it, and
You'd feel like you know too much about what happened in the previous session.
It would take me too long to tell you what happened.
The walruses is what really surprised me.
Yeah, you know, we never saw them coming.
It was the fact that Calderax just dropped dead. It was really weird.
Caldrax didn't drop dead, silly. That was Tao.
No.
And Ember.
No, it was Sean. Sean dropped dead.
Ember dropped dead.
It was just
horrible.
you as a human being, not your character.
No, it was Ember just got horribly mauled by a walrus. It was the way John described it was horrific.
He really went into a lot of excessive detail.
Anyway, before a walrus attack becomes canon,
It already is.
Previously on the Golden Tooth, you guys made your way into Zortagra. You were confronted by a number of dancing and sleep-deprived Durgar, and through a combination of How's joining in with the dancing and Malzare's putting on of musical performance, you made your way unmolested to the temple that seemed to be the centre of activities as people on the streets.
We'd already dealt with the fiddler, so it's all good. Michael has now been banned from D&D.
Makes note, kill How.
There are times you regret inviting people to your game.
There are times you regret word choices as well, because I feel like you walked yourself into that one.
Little bit.
Either way,
you made your way to the temple that seemed to be the central focal point for the madness that was taking hold of Zortagra and spreading out from it. You travelled inside to find a pyramid-like structure, and inside the pyramid, inside the temple, you found a large number of Durgar who just seemed to be partying on down with some tea and a succubus overseeing things. Malzare fell to the succubus's seductive ways and very nearly drew you in to all drink the tea. Except all of you noticed that something was horribly wrong very quickly because Malzare started to attack you.
I'll do it.
You snapped Malzare out of it, and Malzare then made it easier for the rest of you to ignore the succubus. You beat the snot out of a bunch of shadow demons that the succubus invited into the room to attack you, and then drew the succubus down in combat and knocked her out. And that's pretty much where the last session finished, so we'll return with saying, is there anything you guys would like to do on the way out of Zortagra and the Underdark?
Starbucks.
Don't think there was anything in particular.
I think most of us have had our feel last time of the Underdark, so I think most of us just wanted to get the F out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe find some normal tea en route.
That's what I'm saying.
Starbucks.
Now I have a hankering for tea.
You return to the surface and return to Elventree with samples of the infected tea.
Yep.
And return it to person with confusing name I never pronounce correctly. So I'm not even going to bother to try and look it up this time.
They will be called Gwendolyn.
You return it to the Hall of the Unicorn in Elventree, where they start to synthesize an antidote using clearly CSI-like techniques, or alternatively magic. Do you guys wait around at all to find out the results, or do you...
I would be interested to know the results and know whether what we've done helped.
Yeah.
It takes a day or so for them to work their magic on it, and they discover that there is a cure for the madness. It is a potion brewed from a specific mushroom that they can find in the Spore Dome in the Underdark. And
good luck collecting that. We leave from here.
Before they even get a chance to say, could you possibly go and get some, they realise that probably, they've got other people they can send into the Underdark.
Yeah, you know.
To collect mushrooms.
I'd like to not go back for a bit.
They thank you for your services. They bestow upon you. Did you have a reward offered, or did you just...
I can't even remember.
I don't think there was a particular reward offered, but I think it was kind of, we'll repay you in some way for helping us.
Implied there'd be something. I'll say that they pay you... What's treasure prices these days?
1 billion platinum.
What does treasure go for nowadays? Get you one of them hula hoops, Pac-Mans.
I hear you want a Nintendo 64. I bought you this. They called it a Game Boy. I've heard it's also a Nintendo.
I know you said you wanted a Mario game, so I bought you Mario 64.
Michael.
Yes.
Could you roll me a D100?
Yes, that's... Can I take my roll from before? That nice 90, that was good.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sean?
Yes?
Could you roll me 4d6?
/ roll 4d6. 10 or 1 3 3 3.
They give you 100 gold.
100 gold? The police don't like that.
They give you 100 gold each.
100 gold each? Fuck.
And let's find...
You might want to add that to Mal's sheet. Someone.
Good point.
Because we won't remember.
Remember what?
Precisely.
Who are you people?
I live
Who
in
did
my
I get
house.
here?
I have a Nintendo.
I've got an Xbox. It's a box of eggs.
Let's add that. Where is Mal? There he is. There he is.
Where's Mal, children?
What's that? A clue?
And you start to head back towards your keep. I assume.
This
Yeah.
road between Elventree and our home is just like wearing into a ravine.
They're paving it. They're definitely like it's now a much more paved road.
What the fuck that noise was? What the fuck was that?
Sorry, they've added fox people to Hero Forge.
That's it.
There was me thinking you were getting excited about paved roads.
No infrastructure.
Oh my god! Sorry. Carry on.
Focus. Could I get perception checks from everybody? And I shouldn't have closed Mal's character sheet.
No, you shouldn't. Perception. Why was I on advance? Either way, the 12 or the third, 23, whichever one you want to pick. Or should I roll it again?
I will take your first roll, which was the 12. And I will also take Mal's first roll, which was the 8.
Fair enough.
How?
Yeah.
You're walking along, and it's the middle of the day. On the second day back towards the keep.
Mm-hmm.
And the others are talking about something, and you've sort of lost.
I fucking hate the Underdark. Why do we keep getting sent there?
You've lost the attention span of your very short attention span.
Accurate.
And you're just kind of wandering along, looking off into the distance. And the tall grass next to the road suddenly starts shaking.
I would sort of stop and look at it.
And as you stop and look at it, it becomes obvious that something is running through it.
Like towards us, away from us?
Towards you.
Oh no, it could be a bad guy!
My god, has he learned?
I would nudge one of them, be like, guys, there's a thing in the bushes running towards us. It could be a bad man.
Prepares for incoming badman. That's what I'm doing, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, hangs on to, like, conjures weapon. And just kind of hold on to it, like, waiting.
How?
Yes, that's me.
A small figure bursts out of the grass and runs straight at you and throws their arms around you.
Stranger! I don't know what to do now, but hi!
You look down and it is a half-elven girl about 10 years old.
Hi!
Hi. Oh, I thought I knew you, but I don't.
Doesn't mean you can't know me. I'm a really nice person.
Who did you get him confused with?
I know Joastra. She looks a bit like him.
Not... Wait, is she blue as well?
No, she's green. Light green.
Ooh, light green. I'm not light green, I'm blue.
He is blue.
He is blue. I was mistaken.
That's okay. If anything, you may have made a new friend.
I'm lost.
Oh, hi, I am Hal.
No, my name... Oh. Hi, Hal.
Oh, you're lost. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. We could help you. We're just going for a walk.
My name's Gremkin.
Hi, Grumkin. I am Hal. This is Calzaram and Maldazak, and that is Pyrolus.
Malzere
I
looks
am
annoyed.
Calderax, he is Malzere, and that is by.
Hi. I'm
We will help
Gremkin.
you. We will help you find where you need to go.
Kind of like kneels on his haunches. Where are you from then? Do you know what village or town you're from?
My grandma lives and works at the Salamander Springs.
Salamander Springs.
Does that ring any bells?
You'd have heard of it. It's a bit further north, sort of along the road between your keep and Elventree. It's a mountainside spring.
It's a hot spring.
It's a hot spring. It's that episode, guys.
It's a hot spring episode.
So, how did you find yourself out here? It's a long way, isn't it?
It's a bit of a walk, but I
How long
was.
have you been out here?
It's about a day.
Oh,
Well,
you poor thing.
I was with Jostra, and then I wasn't. I'm worried, and I'm
Well-
lost.
Okay, well, we will help you find your friend. Don't worry. We're very good at finding people.
We
We
should find my home.
And of course, do we have any like food easy for children?
Hal probably does.
He asks towards Pyrolus because Pyrolus is.
Yeah, I've got some sort of rations stuff, so there'll be bits of bread and things in there, I guess.
Grandma
Let's
will
get
be
you
worried.
fed first.
Grandma will be worried.
I know she will, but we can't have you being all hungry, can we?
She sort of looks around for a second and then, like, realizes she is really hungry. No, I am really hungry.
Exactly.
I would like to eat.
Good, because we're going to look after you.
I'll quickly make a sandwich or two.
Can I have one?
Well, it would be rude just to make one sandwich, wouldn't it?
You know what? Fuck it. Picnic!
Yep.
You take a short break and you make several sandwiches. And you furnish everybody with sandwiches from your rations.
I will find some sort of flat surface to give her her sandwich on.
It's on the back of an old shield.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's flat-ish. Anyway,
It'll do. It'll stop her from dropping it. Just in case.
Are you adventurers?
Yes. We're really good at it, too.
some
Yay!
We just came back from the Underdark, which is a really spooky place, and I don't like it down there. But
Ooh,
we went anyway because that's what nice people do.
that's what heroes do.
That is what heroes do.
It's what a Cardi would want, so that's what
Well,
I do.
can I kind of like check to make sure she's not got any like injuries or anything like that? She's been out for like a day.
Yeah, you can have a quick look.
What would I roll?
Medicine?
Medicine. Let's see if I could roll a good medicine. Probably not. Yeah, 24. The more negative I am, the more likely it is to come out as a success.
It's roll 20 going, oh, we can't have him think that. You give her the once over, and I'm assuming you're not being, like, you know, very open about, medically
I'm
examining her. It's just like looking.
I'm just pretty much making sure she's not got any like scratches or bruises or anything like that.
No, like... she's got a couple of minor scrapes from just like being outside, but not anything like for being outside and maybe sleeping rough for one night, but you know, nothing serious.
Well, you just kind of like pats her on the head and does a cure wounds to make it all better.
You watch as the cuts just seal shut, and you feel like you maybe healed her for like 3 times her maximum health points.
Yeah, I realise, but it's you can't have an injured babu. Can't have an injured babu.
Your hands are glowy.
They are.
He is magical.
Well, more holy, really, but anyway.
I also can do stuff as well.
What can you do?
I would, at this point, use just some of my abilities to move air and just whoosh things around a little bit.
She watches with just awe and amazement. That is like Jostra.
Can she move the air as well?
She can move the water.
Oh, that's really cool. I can only do the air. I can't do the water.
She can't do the air. She can do the water.
Well, I can't do the water. I can only do the air.
Yeah, but she can't do the air like you can. She can do the water.
That's really cool.
By any chance, can you only do the air?
Yeah, I can only do the air.
But what about Jostra? Can she
She can do the water.
She can do the water. Wow.
Have you not been listening? I feel like you haven't been listening.
So she can do. So can you do the water?
No, I can only do the air.
You can do the air. Well, what about Jostra? Can she?
No,
can she do the air?
She can make water, and she can make it disappear, and she can make it move.
Pie's just sat to the side of this conversation, packing up lunch.
I'm out of here. I need to go. So,
what time of day is it? Also,
Early afternoon.
is it a walk we'll likely make in the rest of the day?
Yeah, you think you can.
Okay. Well, we'd better be heading off. Let's go start our journey before it gets too dark.
Yes, you should listen to her. She's a very smart person.
She sounds very smart.
She is. She taught me a lot of stuff. Like, did you know there are places you can go and you can have a room there?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. And she.
I live in one of those places. Well, my grandma
That's
lives in
really
one of those
cool.
places. My grandma runs one of those.
That is really cool. That's how I met Pyrolus. Her family runs one of those places as well.
That is really cool.
She is really cool.
Okay.
Onwards!
She just kind of skips off. Like, you know, she's happy now. She's met people who are helping.
Yeah.
And are nice.
Before she gets too far, just say if your feet are getting tired, let me know. One of us can maybe give you a carry for a bit.
Okay.
And don't go off too far ahead. We wouldn't want you getting lost again, would we?
No.
No, that would be funny. we lose the lost guy.
Yeah, we're worst people ever. It's fine. It's fine. Let's make sure. I mean, technically she's a creature, right?
Yeah, she counts as a creature.
As we say, I've got located creature. It's all good.
She does fit under the category of living creature.
That's all right then. She can
Unless
be
things
located
go
by located
horribly
creature.
wrong on this trip home.
But yeah, we're all good. It's all fine. We
You travel north for the remainder of the day, and sort of as the sun starts to set, the mountain range gets close enough, and the small smattering of buildings that makes up the town here that possibly I should have thought of a name for at this point.
Town names quickly.
Yeah.
No, not that. Places, towns.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Why isn't town names under under areas?
That's it. I found the perfect one. Fox Oak. There we go.
There we go. That'll do. The small town of Fox Oak gets into view, and it's a smattering of small houses and fairly new town, hence it not being on any Forgotten Realms map that you'll find published anywhere. And you spot off to one side a slightly older looking building, and a waterfall coming down the side of the mountain behind it. And Gremkin points at it and that's the springs. That's where Grandma lives.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go there now, or do you want to hang out first?
We should go there now, because Grandma will be worried, because I went out yesterday, and I'm coming back today, and she doesn't know where I am.
You know, that's
And
true.
that accent went all over the place in the middle of that sentence. And it's
She sounds drunk.
still going
She
all
sounds
over the
drunk.
place in this sentence, so I'm gonna...
I've been going for a while. But all that tequila.
I did. They said I couldn't drink the entire bottle of gin, but I did it anyway.
They said I'm too young to drink, but I said them.
Anyway, she's not drunk. She's just a child. Just a child.
That's what she was.
Totally drunk.
Maybe it's John that's drunk.
Oh, God.
Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe we're drunk.
I don't drink.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what you've been wanting us to think.
Yeah,
Apparently
that's how he
all
gets
my
away with all
characters
this.
drink. You enter the Salamander Springs. Maybe Tanny's drunk. Says Tanny.
Maybe.
Did I think to
Maybe
put
everyone
you
in
guys or anyone else on this map? No, that would have been sensible. Let's put some commoners on this map.
all the commoners.
Filthy commoners.
Disgusting peasants.
Peasant scum.
And you guys as well. There's a Hal and a Pyrolis,
Yay!
Calderax and a Malzaborn.
Thank you. Getting that name right.
And you can all, by the way, have had a long rest.
Oh, thanks.
I gathered as such, so that's why I already did it.
And let's bring you guys onto this map too. Badoop and
Just wait for it to come into focus. There it is. Awesome.
did I remember to turn on? Nope. Dynamic lighting, you've failed me.
For the last time.
Can you guys see everything on this map?
Yes.
Why are you not working dynamic lighting?
Also, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I need to tell you? Okay, apparently I need to tell you to turn on line of sight. I would have thought that would be a thing in just dynamic lighting, but okay.
Okay,
Live and learn.
you, dynamic lighting. Screw you and all you stand for, dynamic lighting.
And as you approach the building, the sound of the waterfall in the distance gets added to the mix. And you can see it's sort of it's a old building, a bit bigger than the other buildings in the area. It's got some blue silk flags over the entrance, and a
pretty.
sign that just reads Salamander Springs.
Shit.
Good thing I didn't see more of the map and wonder why it would be called that.
Yeah, good thing that didn't happen.
Oh.
And
After you, little one.
Gremkin will just run straight inside. I know that she doesn't look like it, but they didn't give me 10-year-old tokens for some reason.
I will follow her in.
I will also follow her in.
You all head inside. Malzere too.
Unless Malzere is being cranky outside.
It sounds like Malzere, to be fair.
And an elderly, slightly stocky half-elf with brown eyes and light brown hair, except at the temples, where there's a little bit of grey starting to creep in, despite the elven nature. Sits behind the front desk, and you can see that very, very quickly after Gremkin appeared through the front door, she started crying and they've started to hug. And she just looks up at you and just says, "You found my granddaughter."
Oh, she found us, actually.
Literally ran into this one. Points to Hal.
She's really lovely.
You brought her home.
Yeah, because, that's what a person does when they find something.
We're not going to leave a child out there in the middle of nowhere.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's late in the day, and despite I don't have much to offer, but
Oh, you don't owe us anything.
No.
please, I insist, spend the night here.
Well, we've got nowhere else to go at the moment, do we?
I suppose. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, could be nice to stop. It'd be nicer to have some sort of bed than bed down wherever we are when it goes dark.
Yes. And you can sample the springs.
It's like some sort of episode in some sort of serial series. I don't know what it is. It's
I don't know what you're talking about there,
I
young
don't know
man.
what it is. It's just something just seems very familiar about this situation. But anyway,
And she looks across Hal, Caldorax, and Malzray and points you off to the left for you guys, the right for her, and says that
this way.
that way.
Stage left.
She points this way to you guys and says that side is for male bathing. This side is female bathing. She turns her attention to Pyrolis.
How actually would go, why are they separate?
It is for the sake of decency of our customers.
I don't get it.
Some people prefer to bathe in private.
I'm dumb. I walk away.
Before I go through the door, my side, I'll shout to the others. Have a nice relax. I'll see you back out here in a bit.
See you in a bit.
And then I'll glance over at the lady and just be like, sorry, he's unusual. Lovely, but unusual.
Lovely, but utterly fucking bizarre.
It's okay. We do get some people who don't understand the common situation. We have others who just prefer to. We have days we take the central barricades down.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, I suppose. For those that way inclined.
Yes. Obviously, it's to each their own. She looks back at Malzray and just... Go on.
Fuck off. Time to get naked!
And I didn't think to get special tokens for that.
It can be done.
I mean, I already have several naked How tokens.
Yeah, there's only one person here who's already prepared for that.
I'm always prepared for How to be naked.
So you guys head into a nicely appointed... What are you... You head... into a nicely appointed changing area. And are able to strip off armor and layers of clothing that you've been wearing since the Underdark.
Yep.
There are towels and robes that you can get changed into. There are inside baths that are largely just sizable wooden tubs, deep barrels, effectively, that are full of water. And then there is a door that's just labelled to the outside.
To the outside, you say?
To shreds, you say?
to the outside.
Yeah.
That's good.
And sort of as you get to the final door that's sort of flapping in the breeze, it is literally just a curtain door. Again, the same sort of a blue fabric that parts, and you can see a large winding fence down the middle of the external area, and a large number of pools with streams between them, each of which steam rises out of the water of. And in various states of undress, you all eventually head outside.
Yes.
Hal just literally runs and dives into the nearest like this.
Pyrolus, from your relaxing bath, you just see a.
Momiji, I mean, how?
Kind of just imagine how it goes, oh yeah! Just cannonballs in.
You see the spout of water come up from where Hal's just cannonballed into a relaxing tub, and just drips of water rain down.
Well, let's get in the tubby wubby, tubby. Which tub do I want?
Pie's just wandering through, trying out different tubs to see whether there's any different temperatures or.
For the record, Hal has not come out from under the water because I could hold my breath indefinitely. I've just.
As you're getting further up, the different tubs do seem to have sort of different. A number of different properties, one of them being the further north the map you get, the warmer the water is. Some of them have different minerals and different scents mixed into the water. You can also see at the very far end, at the waterfall itself, a very large slightly dopey looking creature is just sort of sat in a very large pool of water, and every so often its tongue just flicks in and out of its mouth, and it looks very contented to just be soaking in the waterfall.
So the dopey-looking creature, you say?
Hal looks over towards it and just goes, and I'm running off in that direction to say hi.
And Pyrolus, you can see sort of, and how as you get closer to it, you can see that water is flowing out of the pool that it is sat in, and down some dragon mouth fountains into the pools that you are sitting in.
Ooh, nice.
And this is the hottest that the water gets.
Cool. This is the one I'm in then.
And
I literally get on the roof of this thing.
I would say, are you wearing a towel? But we all know the answer to that, really, don't we?
Stupid.
John, I sent you the token. I sent John 4 Hal tokens.
Negative day was born.
For different occasions.
Oh, 1 minute, we have to...
One of them is when I finally get Muffin. But I think I already have Muffin, but I don't have a place for Muffin to live. I think that's the issue.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Did I think of a name for my pseudo dragon? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
No, you didn't.
There we go. Make it out.
Oh, I'm blind. I'm naked and blind.
It's an enormous how as well.
Well, you know, it's quite warm here, so... do, 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 do.
There you go, Hal.
I can't see.
Oh yeah, I should give your new temporary token eyesight.
Thank you.
As you run up and effortlessly, run up the side of the wall, up onto the top of the building, the creature sort of slowly turns its attention round to you and flicks its tongue in your general direction.
I flicked my tongue in its general direction.
He crossed that as a terrible insult and attacks you immediately. Just kind of... Caldrax will kind of just, like, turn round to Mal. 1 gold, he gets eaten by it.
Maltray goes for a pocket and then remembers.
Never remembers. Currently no money. Mushrooms. Oh.
Do you speak primordial, Hal?
Yes.
You are a curious one.
You're really big. I say in primordial.
You speak a language.
Yeah, I've always been able to.
It sort of sinks most of its body below the water, and sort of more of the water gets pushed out of the pool that it's in and flows down into the water in the top levels and sort of ripples down into lower and lower pools. What are you seeking?
Oh, I just wanted to say hi.
Then, hello.
How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Hal.
Hello. I have had no need for a name.
Oh, everyone needs a name. We could think of a name together if you want.
Okay.
You're big, you're scaly. Could call you Godzilla.
I like it.
Okay, I'll make sure the person who owns the buildings to call you Godzilla.
Pyrolus, if you were to look up in that general direction, you'd see Hal right now.
Yeah, she isn't really looking.
I figured as much.
She's just enjoying soaking in the water.
She's seen Hal naked before, it's nothing new.
It's not the first time and it won't be the last.
Look.
No, she said she wasn't looking.
And I'm telling you, look.
Behold.
My stuff.
As the creature laughs, you can see it sort of pulses with an internal heat.
So how come you're here?
This seemed like a good place to relax.
That's why we're here as well. We've just been underground for a while, and I didn't like it very much.
Yes, my kind tends to live underground as well.
Ugh, I don't like the underground. I much prefer the open air. I'm an air Genasi, you see, and I worship Akadi, who is a god of air, and so it's nice to sort of be where the air isn't so stale and dank like it is in the Underdark.
I am a salamander, and therefore I am a creature of fire. It is nice to be somewhere where that is appreciated rather than to be stabbed for.
Yeah, you make this place really nice. So it's a good thing you're here. Otherwise, these pools would be cold instead of warm.
They give me food, and I get to relax as much as I desire.
That's really cool.
Plus, and it looks up, you don't get this view underground.
Yeah, I agree. It is a good view.
Do you not wish to be in one of the pools, little How?
I don't mind. I like the pools, but you seemed lonely up here, so I thought I'd come say hey. I imagine people don't talk to you all that much.
There aren't many that come to speak with me. The other Genasi tons to.
Yeah, I've heard about her. We met her friend.
She's not been around for a little while. The waterfall has also apparently stopped.
That's because the water Genasi's not been here for a while.
Pokes up a bit and the water starts going again and is now on repeat, so hopefully it won't stop again.
I mean, if it stops, they're out of business, so, you know.
They're really, big issues.
When did she go missing? Or when did you last see her?
I last saw her... It was bright today, then dark, then bright, then dark, and then I saw her that last bright.
So that's like 3 days, 2 days, 3 days.
It's dark now. It was bright earlier. Then it was dark.
Yep, that's
then it was
yesterday.
bright again.
Okay, still
then
yesterday.
It was dark again.
That's the day before yesterday.
And then it was bright, and I saw her in the bright.
Okay. 3 days, 2 days ago.
Sure.
Okay. I will talk to my friends, and we will see if we can find her. And we'll tell her to come say hello to you.
Thank you.
That's okay. Do you need anything else in the meantime?
Not at the moment.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you, Godzilla.
It was nice to meet you as well, Hal.
Okay, bye! And I jump down.
And it sort of sinks its head into the water so that its nose is popping out.
I run over to these guys. But I would probably jump from this roof into the pool with them.
I was going to say you could...
Caldrax has a wet towel sat on his head.
I was going to say, Michael, at this point, Hal can literally run on water.
I know. I'm aware that I can. I don't want to.
I mean, that's fair.
I want to cannonball into this.
I was going to say you could run along this water and cannonball into this one.
Who's in the forest, Stro?
Pyrolis, as you're sat there relaxing again, you just hear a and see another massive plume of water going up into the sky,
and then probably some shouting from Caldrax. And...
She'll just chuckle to herself, knowing exactly what it is.
I made a friend!
Good!
His name is Godzilla.
I doubt it.
Oh, it is. Well, he didn't have a name, so we decided to call him Godzilla, and he liked that. So his name is Godzilla now.
Right. It just resumes relaxing.
He said he's a salamander.
Salamander, yeah.
Yeah. And
A
they normally live.
salamander?
And they normally live underground, but he likes it not underground.
Well, I don't blame him.
No, me neither. Oh, and apparently that other Genasi that's friends with the girl we saved comes here a bit, but she's not been here for a while, and he's worried about her, so I said we'd go and look for her.
What? You mean the other Genasi?
Yes, another Genasi.
It's almost like I name these things for a reason.
That doesn't sound right.
Note to self, should read titles more.
Well, didn't the girl say she was with that lady?
Yes, we should go talk to her.
Because she was. I mean, how long did he say that she's been gone for?
So it's dark now. It was bright yesterday. No, it's bright earlier. Then it was dark again. Then it was bright again. And then it was dark again. And then it was bright again. And in that bright is where he saw her.
So about 2-3 days ago.
Yes.
But the little girl's only been gone a day, and she saw her. Yeah, we need to speak to the little girl again.
Let's go! Pirates! I would like to try, just run and see if I can clamber through.
Okay. Calderax, do you think
Yes?
you or Malzere would stop him?
Yeah. So, let's have a look. How would I go about stopping him? I probably wouldn't try to grab him, because that would just be silly talk. So, I think he's going to attempt a whole person.
Okay.
That's it. There's no point in casting it higher, because I don't want to hold anyone else.
So, could I get a wisdom saving throw? How?
Damn it!
What's Malzere gonna do?
Got a lot of points in wisdom, pal.
Not as many as me.
Malzere's just gonna stab him.
Just all out.
What?
That sounds like a standard Malzere kind of thing to do.
With what?
That's a good question. I don't suppose I can deceive you into stopping.
Their razor-sharp wit.
just Godzilla wants to talk to you some more.
Yeah, can I get another wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
Damn it.
Looks like I'm accidentally seeing Fireless Nick.
Malzere is the one I'm controlling at the moment. Malzere
Yes.
turns around to you and just says, "How, just sit down in the pool until we are done relaxing," and you can feel the words have some weight behind them, a mystical suggestion. But you're How, and
That's it. That's all I needed to know.
but you're How, and you don't give in to it. And there is a 10-foot dividing fence, but flat surfaces are no problem for you anymore.
Yeah.
I'd just like to call out just as he's about to crest over. I'm sorry, Pyrolus!
And yeah,
Pi has a towel over because she knew it was going to happen at some point.
We need to go find somebody.
We do?
Yeah, Godzilla said that his friend is missing.
Godzilla's that, isn't it? And points
Yeah.
to the salamander.
That's Godzilla. He's really nice.
Okay, and who is he missing?
Another Genasi.
What? Another Genasi?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. If the others are heading off,
Yes, we're all gonna be going now.
No, we're not.
can we give it another half an hour?
Like from his bar, like across the way, just shout. Well, the fact of the matter is, we need to talk to the young girl who's probably asleep now.
That is a good point. Perhaps we
So
should
we've been traveling all day.
talk to her in the morning. It is dark. We're not
Yeah,
going to
but-
make any good progress overnight.
Okay, I'll let Godzilla know. And I just run this way.
Just balancing on the top of the fence.
Hi, Godzilla, I say in primordial.
Hello.
I've spoken to my friends. We're gonna look for your friend tomorrow because it's really late and we won't find her in the dark.
Yes, you are not blessed with eyesight that can see in the dark.
No, we're not.
I am.
Yeah, I'm good.
Not all of you are blessed with eyesight that can see in the dark.
One of you is a sucky Genasi with no dark vision.
So we'll head out tomorrow, okay?
This is fine.
Good. Right. Okay. I'm gonna go back in the bath now. And I sploosh into this bath.
It sort of splashes water at you.
Yeah. Thank you, Godzilla!
You should bath on your own side.
Why? What's the difference?
It sinks into the water. Not
Shit.
having this conversation.
I thought we'd lean on the rocks and talk to Pi. Hi, Pyrolith!
Hi? Perhaps you should hop back over to the other side.
Before I turn you inside out.
It's impolite
Oh,
in this sort of area to be here.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. It's an unusual concept for you, but
Yeah, the baths that we had in the mountain, everyone to.
yeah, it's a slightly different thing here, but it's okay. If you hop back over, they won't mind.
Okay, I'm really sorry. Sploosh.
I mean, at some point, Perilous can just get the hammer out and, like, do the knocking into the heavens of all anime and just... How disappears off into a little star.
Looks like Team How is blasting off again!
Because, you know, Perilous doesn't need to pull the hammer out of anywhere.
But it would raise the question of where she's pulling it out.
Another dimension.
Yep.
Is that
We all
what
know where to pull it out.
Is that what she calls it?
I also really like that Perilous has managed to pick a place on the map that does look like there's a body lounging in the pool.
I know, right? Like, drag yourselves over the side of the map a second, see where I've placed myself, guys.
We couldn't
Oh, yeah, you
possibly
really have.
this side.
Yep.
Turns out defense is super easy to get over, don't worry about it. May as well not bloody be there.
Looking around the other side now. Have a good old investigate that salamander.
I put a lot of work into that central line.
And you needn't have bothered for me.
Hal sees your lines and laughs.
Need to put roofs on things. Roofs.
Roofs, barbed wire, Genasi-proof stuff. Monk-proof tape.
40-foot high walls.
Just put Hal on a lead.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what's his speed?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think no, I could do a 40 foot high.
50?
You'd have to go for 55 feet high, and then I could hit the top of it and stop.
Or you just cover it in
Cover it in grease.
Pinwheeling at the top.
Cover all surfaces in sovereign glow, because then he just gets stuck to it.
Oh.
Yes.
Splat.
You guys rest in the relaxing pools for about another half hour or hour or so. It's you lose track of time, and none of you have the keen mind feat that means that you always know time. Right? That is you guys. None of you have keen mind. Cool.
No.
Not yet.
Everyone's going to take it now, Johnny.
I feel like of everyone, Hal would be the least bothered about time.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, he's not the kind of person to have a keen mind.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
You rest and you relax in very calming setting, especially given the contrast with being in the Underdark and the couple of days that you trudged through the dark underground tunnel network this most recent visit. Your equipment weighing heavily on you is now discarded back inside the hotel without a thought.
I mean, I placed it neatly. I did think about it.
No longer
Then just like
thought.
chuck it over my shoulder, just like.
Boom. And about an hour passes. Could I get perception checks from Hal, Calderax, and I'll make one for Malzare.
Interact, perception check. Make sure I'm not.
Critical fail of my perception check. Well, you know, opposites. No.
How you've fallen asleep under the water?
Cool.
People say that it wouldn't be a sensible idea because you'll drown, but you know,
I don't need to breathe.
you don't need to
Hold my
breathe.
breath, and I can hold my breath indefinitely.
You've sort of nodded off in the warm water. Calderax and Malzare. I don't know why I'm telling Malzare what he hears. You hear a chittering sound of a creature with many legs, very large, moving on the other side of the fence.
What? Well then. Would immediately leave bath, jump into this bath, kick cow.
Pyrolus.
Yeah.
A large creature, a large centipedal creature, looms over.
Ew.
And suddenly there's a... and everything goes dark. And you all hear as a large, many-legged creature retreats. Except for Hal.
I mentioned to Hal that there is something crawling along.
I will run over to the other side then. Yeah. Look at Godzilla. Is Godzilla okay?
Godzilla's okay. But
Is Pyrrhus still here?
I need to
She
upload.
would still be in place, hanging onto the towel that is re-wrapped around her.
I need to upload the new token I've made specifically for this moment.
Oh, that's creepy as hell.
Oh god.
Yeah, I would run over to Pyrolus and just like grab her and check on her.
She is lying in the pool, the towel wrapped tightly around her person.
Pyrolus, are you okay? Malzarak! Calderay!
She will grasp for wherever Hal's direction is and find his arm and just hang on to it.
What's happening?
Her face looks up at you, a complete blank slate.
Get over here now!
How tall is the wall again?
10 foot.
So reasonably can jump and try and climb over.
Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
That's gonna
I feel
fail.
like Hal sounding worried would give you some sort of advantage to that.
Well, sadly, I am not the GM.
I'll say that Malzare can help you over. So you get advantage.
Help me over. Oh, thank you. I forgot. It's probably gonna fail. 17.
Malzare puts his hands together and gives you a boost up the wall, and you reach the top and clamber over. It's not graceful,
Yeah.
but you reach the other side.
Yeah. I said, wee! I run over to where the hell he is and proceed to go,
Pyrolus is gripping onto Hal's arm.
What on earth has happened? Is there like any signs of anything having happened to her other than obviously face going missing, but like scratches, fucking anything?
There's no physical marks about her.
I would look at Calderax and ask him, the thing you heard, where did it go off to?
I presume I heard it go off.
Roll me a survival check.
Survival check. Oh boy. Let me quickly make sure of stuff.
And how you can roll survival as well.
Survival. Make sure I'm not. Nope. Take myself off advantage this time. 28.
You both sort of look up from where Pyrolus is, and you can see a number of the rocks have shifted. A couple have even cracked where something very large has sort of stood upon them recently. The trees and the tree line that is right here at the top of by the mountain range are collapsed, and you can see a very clear path where a multi-legged large creature has forced its way in here and then forced its way back out again.
Cool, I run in that direction.
Before he runs off, will tug on his arm and just kind of gesture like pulling clothes on.
I don't, and I run.
Reaches around to try and find Calderax.
Roll me a Pyrolus, roll me a athletics check. How, roll me in athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Unfortunately, the wet How just slips.
Annoyingly, I picked the one that had the lowest bonus because I'm dumb.
The wet How just sort of slips out of your hand, Pyrolus, and he runs off into the distance, badass naked.
Yeah.
I don't need armor.
This is very true.
I will attempt to get up and muddle her way back to the changing room.
Calderax would, as much as he wants to go and assist Hal in tracking down this thing, he will help Pyrolus back to the changing room.
Also, where's Mal in this?
I'm just trying to work out whether... Oh yeah, Mal's going to roll an athletics to try and get over the wall.
As far as Pi is concerned at the moment, armor makes me not get hit by stuff. I need armor because I don't know what this is.
Calderax.
I have
Yes?
As
weaknesses.
As you are assisting, or starting to assist Pyrolus back to the changing rooms, you spot as Malzere leaps over the fence, and his towel gets caught at the top of it, and he just takes off after Hal.
Malzere!
Yeah.
Put some damn armor on or something!
Looks down at... Oh, yeah.
God, people these days with their nakedness.
I do my best work naked.
I will gesture a towel.
Malzere blushes a deep purple.
Well, at least she can't see you.
I mean, this is true.
Has Malzere, now having hopped over the fence, noticed what's happened?
Yeah, Malzere is shocked and takes in what has happened.
Yeah, I don't know either. Apparently, some sort of horrible jittery thing, and Hal's taken off after it.
I mean, we should stop him and get dressed and then go after it.
Well, you can try and catch up with him, but he's very fast.
Yeah, I am. Fast and stupid.
Yeah.
You make
Emphasis on the last point.
You make 2 excellent points. Well, let's just get dressed quickly.
Yes, of course. Get Pi to. I mean, do we take her with us, or do we get the proprietor to look after her?
I mean, can she hear us?
She'll thumbs up
Yes.
and point at herself, and then you two, and put her hands together, like stay together.
We stay together, okay.
Apes together strong.
Malzere puts a thumb up. And yeah, we should do that.
She can't see that.
Yeah, I just realised that. Let's go.
Anyway, just once again, Pyrolus to changing room himself, puts everything on.
Malzere takes a little bit longer to scramble back over the wall and runs down to the changing room directly.
I won't bother moving myself. I would have gone to the change room, left through the door into the reception area, and then through into the other changing room. Chucked clothing back on, and then
Trying to work. It's gonna take Pyrolus a while.
I mean, most of her stuff is clothes based as opposed to like
It's
armor
not a lot of
plating and
straps
stuff.
and things.
So it will be a case of chucking it over her head. She probably ends up with a bit of confusion over which shoe goes on which foot, because that's hard to tell.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of time, but you this is all stuff that you're very used to.
Yeah.
So Pyrolis, you dress every sort of straps and buckles and things are sometimes not quite the right ones. And you sort of you've left behind a couple of non-functional, more for decorative purposes, pieces of clothing.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty organised person, so she would have sat it all down neatly.
Yeah, so it's easy to get to the bits that you need for armor,
Yeah.
and sort of the bits that you normally only you wear because it covers armor up and sort of adds to the look more than the function.
Yeah.
You've just sort of left in a neat pile.
Yep.
And sort of about, and I say it takes the three of you about 5 minutes to get ready. You set off after a very rapidly disappearing How.
Pi will basically have stayed in place until Calderax or whoever comes back to get her.
Calderax would go back in. He would explain if the proprietor is on the front desk still. He would explain as to why he's going.
Roll me
my friend has misplaced her face, I'm afraid.
Roll me a D10 real quick.
Roll me a D10 real quick. She's more than welcome to go in and look. So, D10. 10.
She's gone to bed for the night.
Good. Okay.
Fabulous.
So the three of you head off into the forest around the mountain range around Fox Oak, in pursuit of both the large skittering creature and
The butt-naked Genasi.
the butt-naked Genasi.
Which one?
I mean, as far as we know, there's only one that is butt-naked.
We just follow the people who have like been walking around the street at night and have fainted at the sight.
And actually, that's...
Pi will change her hammer into like a kind of polearm or something as a walking stick to tell what's in front of her.
Okay, yeah, it's easy enough. A large sort of spear or
Yeah.
quarterstaff, just, or even just the hammer with like the handle.
Just something that's a little bit lighter, so she can tap it
point.
on the floor and feel what it hits.
How? Roll me 2 more survival checks. You find it very quickly.
Hey!
Now let's see if it takes your face.
So let me find... not swamp. Swamp's not quite right for this.
Oh, yeah, true.
I hope there's nothing on this map. Oh. There's a very old golden tooth on this map.
Olden Tooth.
Oh, hi. I recognize this forest.
I only have so many forests at short notice, okay?
It's almost similar to the forest we fought some fire cultists and a horrible space mutant. And I just got on a hernia. You hope you're happy, Joe.
I only have so many forests.
How dare she? My sister,
Hi.
my sister just WhatsApped me, asking what's the gremlin name, with a picture of Gizmo the Mogwai. Oh, fucking dish.
Pi, whilst she's waiting for Calderex, will just have her hands on her face, like trying to understand what's going on.
You.
Caldex is very tempted to try a great restoration, but he doesn't think that's gonna work. So I'm like, ah!
Oh, hello.
Well, I mean, I don't want to set this as your standard default token.
It's just every time it's just like a giant face.
This took a lot of photoshopping yesterday. As you're waiting, Pyrolis, you feel the face, or where your face should be, and it just feels like smooth skin.
That would feel so fucking weird.
Yeah.
There's a slight indentation, sort of raised bump, where your nose normally is, sort of in the middle of the face. And sort of two indentations roughly where the eyes would normally be, but it is just a smooth skin. You realise that you're not breathing at the moment. That doesn't seem to have caused you any issues yet. But it is something
an intriguing one.
It is something that you've just noticed as a thing. Is oh yeah.
As this is my life now, I better get find things.
How?
Yes.
You track this large creature through the forest, and it's fairly damn easy because it's a very large creature that is making no attempt to hide its passage through the forest. And with great speed, you eventually come to a clearing. And, well, I'm on the GM layer, so you can't see this, but this...
I hate you! I hate you! I knew it was that bastard!
large centipedal creature.
Okay. Calm myself, devoid of emotions. I know how to fight this thing.
It looks over at you. You seem eager.
You took something from a friend of mine.
And why does that concern you?
They are my friend.
And there's a shift. And it's now speaking with Pyrolus's face. Does this upset you, little one?
Yes.
What does this face mean to you?
Everything.
Good. I think it has been a long time since someone was correctly motivated.
How do I get it back?
Make me an offer.
I don't know you. I don't know what you need, what you want. As you can see, I'm hardly have anything to trade currently.
I can see one thing you could trade.
Deal.
You would give it so freely.
Yes.
I am afraid that I don't yet have the ability to take another.
Then we will sit, and we will wait.
You could take it by force.
Why did you say so?
I do not wish to. I do not know what you will do to it if I fight you.
Then I will wear another. The face flickers and is now a green-skinned Genasi.
Another Genasi.
Another Genasi? A mind witness?
Where did you steal that one from?
The springs have been plentiful.
How long has it been since you used your own face?
I don't even remember what it is.
But it's ugly.
Pity. Because if I was going to punch any of them, that would be the one I'd want to.
Then was it this one? Another half-orc face appears.
No. Doesn't suit your body.
This. Or this one. I really don't remember.
Why do you do it?
Depends.
Why did you take it from her?
She was alone. Easy prey.
I'm alone.
I'm sated for now, though.
Oh, I'm sure I can make you work up an appetite.
Is that a threat, little one?
No, I'm merely making conversation. And don't call me little one.
Compared to me, would you prefer young?
Compared to you, I am bigger. Because you are a tiny thief.
Your words are meant to hurt. But is that the only way you can injure someone?
Currently, yes.
What are you waiting for?
The right moment. I'm a patient man. I was raised in a temple where I listened to the wind and the air for hours at a time. Nothing but silence. It's beautiful.
What
But it
are
taught
you
me-
listening for? And it just sort of starts to rear up and look into the sky.
I don't know. But I know that when it's here, I should act.
And then we shall wait a little.
We will. And I would take this point to Neil, and I'm listening to hear my friends start heading this way.
We've gone to Starbucks.
Oh, get me a frap.
And
Just burst through the bushes. Lord, how I got you like a what?
It takes a couple of minutes, but eventually you hear your friends approaching.
Wonderful. I would like to put as many key points as I can into a thunder wave on the bitch.
Okay.
Let me check how many I can do.
I believe it is propelling shockwave that allows you to put.
In fact, I can punch him first, actually.
You can punch him first.
Yeah, I'll take my attack action. And I will punch him. And I'm angry. How never loses his temper. I'm angry.
You spend 2 key points and then 1 additional key point. Max is half your monk level, so you can put 4 key points into it to cast it at 2 levels higher.
Cool. I'll do that then once I've punched him a bunch.
Okay, so I'm gonna open up the turn order. Roll me initiatives.
Doop doop doo.
That seems right.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, I didn't select my token, my bad, sorry.
That means we'll roll it again. Disadvantage.
No!
And Malzere.
Yes or no to pie?
Yeah, Pi can roll an initiative.
Again, didn't click myself, but I managed 11-11.
Oh, that's not an 11. And remember to put the decimal point in, John.
I mean,
I'll take a
I'll take-
1,111.
Yeah, Powerless goes first.
Yeah, you go before everything else in the universe does.
Even the sun stops to wait.
So how? You hear your friends approaching.
And I go and punch him.
Roll me a punching. You just scream. That is 11 points of damage.
And a second punch.
That just cracks off its armor.
Cool, and then I will go spending 4 key points. Level 3 Thunder Wave, which I believe I press this.
It makes a con save. Which it makes the con save, so it's not pushed.
I rolled really shitty for the damage as well.
Unfortunately, it's 11 halved to 5. So you just crack it with the first strike, and you eyes start to glow slightly white. And you bring the second strike around, but it slides across its chitinous armor. You slam your hands together, and a thunderous wave crashes out over it, and it just... Malzere. Malzere. Malzere is going to come up and point a finger at it. And cast Dissonant Whispers at level 3 at it. Which needs a Wisdom save. Which it does not so it takes 19 points of damage. And I do believe that means it skitters away. That is right with Dissonant Whispers, isn't it?
I would have been here, by the way. I'd have to have moved to be punching it. Sorry.
Yeah, on a failed save, it takes X damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Which will get me an attack of opportunity.
Which is... It does indeed. So, how?
That's not going to hit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Calderax.
Smart town girl.
A large creature.
Well, that thing's disgusting. It's got to die. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Pi would still be attempting to keep hold of Calderax and move with him.
Okay.
That it.
In which case, I assume I just move as well.
Yeah, I'll say that you move up with him. Technically on your turn, but...
Yeah.
Right. I want this thing dead. I want this thing, like, dead now. So don't you do all the whispery shit at me. I am going to...
Actually, I think you'd understand that one. You speak Infernal.
I do speak Infernal.
It's some very choice swear words.
You kissed your mother with that mouth? Well, you probably don't. You probably kissed it with someone else's mouth, probably.
It's an odd fetish, but it checks out.
Which is, you know, more fucked up than... I think the best thing I can do is I'm going to throw a blight at its face.
Okay.
24 necrotic damage. That's piss poor.
It's rolling
fucking
piss poor
dumb.
for its save, so it takes 24 blight damage.
Oh yeah, your save it fails, but mine in pure righteous anger, it was like, psh,
And is there anything I want to do as a bonus?
yeah, you want to play some Raid Shadow Legends.
Great Shadow Legend!
God, I can't get away from the adverts. Make them stop.
You'll never forget the adverts!
John, make a Constitution save. Unfortunately, you can't Raid Shadow Legends.
I don't think there's anything I can really do as a bonus action that would be useful because no one's taken any damage yet. So, there we go.
Okay. Pyrolus.
Roll to have a face.
Roll to take your face back.
I want his face off.
Oh.
I mean, I've got disguise self. Can I give myself a face?
But it won't work,
I mean...
I won't be able to see anything, but at least I'm
Yeah, technically...
having one, which might confuse the fuck out of the thing.
Technically, yes, you can. You can give yourself either your own face or someone else's face as a non-functional, illusory replacement.
I'll just really confuse it. But I have...
But I ate that face.
That's not your face. I will shift my hammer now into
A gun.
into a shield and kind of bring it slightly around myself and Calderax because I don't know where it is, but I can sort of hear it in a direction.
Okay. So
That's
you sort of
probably all.
you take a defensive stance.
Yeah. Kind of braced against it, so if something hits it, I'm sort of ready to not get pushed over by it.
Okay. On its turn, it's going to go 5, 10, 50... Well, it's going to go, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35... and make 3 attacks. So first up against How. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
You take 34 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. I'm nearly dead.
That is not a character sheet. That is Pyrolus's no-face. Pyrolus does
Yeah.
a 9 hit.
Motherfucker.
No.
Uh,
I mean, I'm very glad you're not being hit, but fuck.
and Caldorax does a 19 hit you.
Just damn it.
Its tail just whips round and slams into Pyrolus's shield, and it knocks her back just enough that it gets through into Caldorax. And you take 20 points of damage, Cal.
20 points of damage. 20.
And then it is How's turn again.
Okay. I'm in a lot of pain.
I should have at least put some pants on. That nearly cut something off.
I never did pretend. Gondor needs no pants.
It just kind of ran straight into you. It didn't really stop. It just kind of...
Yep, I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Punch it.
That'll hit.
And then I'm gonna punch it again. That won't
That
hit.
will not hit. Just glances off the second time.
Can I do a stunning strike on that first one?
Yes. I will allow it.
Cool, so it needs to make a con saving throw, please.
It rolled a 16.
It can go fuck itself, it passed. Unless that's increased now that I've leveled up. Let me just quickly check that. Sorry. It has increased, but not by enough.
Damn.
Some bitch.
Then I will spend another key point to do defensive, patient defense.
Okay. You just sort of shift and take up a defensive stance.
Unless it already had disadvantage, because it looks like its attacks have been made with disadvantage.
That was because Pyrolus took a defensive
Because
action.
the shield. Cool.
Yeah.
Then yes, I will use patient defense.
Malzere will charge down to here, where he gets advantage, and try to stab it with Talon. Which he does. And he deals some damage to it. He sinks the long sword?
That was a great sword.
Great sword? No,
It's okay.
it's not a great sword. It's
It must be a long sword.
it's the long sword.
Yeah.
Sinks the long sword talon into the creature's side, and it just sort of rears up. And that's really all he can do this turn. So, Caldorax.
Hi. Well, I need to heal the how.
Yes, please.
5, 10, not moving around. Just kind of, excuse me. Scooches around. And so I'm going to have to. What levels have I got? I could I'm gonna do level 4. 22.
That's great. That's a lot better.
And as a bonus action, I'll do a healing word at first level as well, just to.
On yourself or on him?
Nope, on how.
Cool. Thank you.
And that's all I can do.
That is all she wrote.
Pyrolus.
How does divine sense work
You
for a
sort of
blind person?
You can sense, but you can't obviously see.
Yeah. You
But
know
so
where
can
it
I-
is.
Sense a direction.
You can sense it with just hearing at the moment. It's right in front of you.
But, like, I can tell that it isn't Mauseray or Calderax around me, other than I know that Calderax is beside me.
It's
technically, if you-
a very obvious noise of this creature,
Oh, okay.
like shell plates scraping against each other. You can tell that.
It's like the Garthin from Dark Crystal.
I am, therefore... Hmm... Gotta hit it.
Okay.
I'm gonna shift my I'm gonna shift back into my hammer,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go. Am I at disadvantage?
Normally, you'd be
or-
at disadvantage because you're blind.
Yeah.
But Malzeray is flanking the creature, so you're at advantage for that, so it cancels out to just a normal roll.
So I'm gonna attempt to two-handed pyre-maul it, and I'm gonna go like
Yes.
over my head so that I'm hitting straight down in front of me, not swinging it sideways.
Okay. That will hit it.
It's just like, the fuck, I took your face, man!
Just sort of slams down on the side of the armor, and you can hear a cracking
I was
sound.
using that face.
That's my favourite face!
And its face just and shifts to a different form.
Can I hit it again? Do I
Would
get
you
double hit
like
for
to
this?
divine smite it?
Yes, I should, shouldn't
that's
I?
Divine smite the
Where is that on my sheet?
So you should have under attacks
Divine
Divine Smite Fiend. This is a fiend.
Hey!
Destroy it.
Kill it, kill it now. Kill it.
Level 2. Why not?
Do it.
So that is 20 points more damage.
I'll take it.
As there's a sort of green pulse through
Line
the
me up and
creature.
point me in a direction.
And so yeah, you can attack it again.
Sweet.
You can divine smite it again.
Yeah. I don't need to tell you already that 18 hits.
You're consistent. I like it.
That's
Yeah.
19 points of damage. Would you like to lay a Divine Smite on it again?
Yeah.
Fiendy foo. Smitey boo.
With the second, the armor just gives way, and a sort of sickly smelling black fluid oozes out from in it, and the green pulse eradicates the creature's general facial area, and the weird faces that sort of shimmer across the surface just very quickly shift through all the different forms that it has before it collapses to the ground.
Burn it! Burn it with fire!
Yeah, I kind of just jump on its body and just start beating the shit out of it.
Pyrolus, you blink, and you can see again. And you can blink again.
Hey, and breathe.
And breathe, all the little things you missed.
And you see me beating the shit out of this chitinous corpse.
She will gasp and sink to the floor holding her face.
Just immediately to Paris. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Kind of. I don't know.
For the record, I keep going until my knuckles are bloodied, pretty much.
You take 48 points of damage.
Eventually, over the next couple of minutes, you reduce, and sort of it's weirdly fizzing away into a black ichor of its own, and you just sort of repeatedly pound the creature until it shrivels and just dissipates, leaving no trace of its existence behind.
What the hell is that thing?
I have no idea.
It's gone. That's all that matters. And you're back and you're better. You're safe.
She'll gesture for him to come over and hug her, but she's still sunk on the floor.
I do. Immediately.
I'm glad it's dead. Thank you for helping.
I wouldn't have done anything else.
Did it take any others or just my face?
I think it took the face of the other Genasi as well.
The other Genasi. Sorry.
Hey.
We should find her.
Hey.
Yes.
Do you know where we are?
What?
You hear a voice.
Where from? Oh.
Do you guys know where we are?
We're outside a village with springs and Godzilla.
Why aren't you wearing any clothes?
I ran.
You wouldn't happen to be able to control water, would you?
Yeah.
You're a Genasi.
Yeah, I am.
You're like me.
I'm wearing clothes.
Yeah,
She
you're really
is
hung up on
wearing
that.
clothes.
You are a bit hung up on that. Clothes are just a... there was a thing that stole my friend's face, and I think it stole your face as well.
It's been dark for I don't know how long. I was with... Oh god, I was with Gremkin. We were doing a...
Gremkin's safe.
We found her and we brought her back.
We were on a supply run and I had something big come up behind us. I thought it was a cart.
Nope. Horrible centipede, demon, devil thing.
Oh.
Let's go back.
I think we need to, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just quickly checking her as well, because she's been wandering around without a face in the woods.
She looks a little bit knocked up, but...
What?
She looks a little bit injured, battered and bruised.
Once again, another cure wounds, just to...
Wounds seal shut.
Right, come on. Let's get you back. The Godzilla's been worried about you.
Who's Godzilla?
The
Big
salamander.
Big salamander thing.
He
Doofy
doesn't
faces.
really have a name.
Well,
He
someone
does.
named him.
He
Oh.
named him. We were talking, and I said if he liked the name Godzilla, and he said yes, I like that name a lot. So his name is Godzilla now.
Okay.
He told me to come find you.
Yes, he would have been worried.
He was.
As would Gremkin. And her other name that's in my notes.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Davenkar. She would have been worried.
Well, the sooner we get you back, the sooner they don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Can the sooner we get back as well, the sooner he gets some clothes.
There is that too.
Hang on a
I'm
minute.
fine.
And she just thrusts her hands out, and water pours out of it like a hose. And she shapes it, and it just sort of forms a bubble around Hal.
Water magnifying stuff.
And it just
Just gonna put that out there.
Exactly. Then we could actually see it.
Hey,
And the surface-
Sean said how. Earlier, how Sean said how was huge.
and the surface of the water ripples so that it obscures what's underneath.
Obscures the junk. Specialized junk bubble.
Hang on a minute. What?
I imagine Hal just trying to like hula hoop the water
I would
around his
absolutely-
middle.
He would absolutely be doing that.
I need to double check the cantrip.
Or doing like the hula dancing.
Yep, it just... the water bubbles around Hal's junk and shifts to be a solid black.
Neat.
You got a sensor bar.
Neat.
Let's go back to the bathhouse.
Which way is back?
It's over
Way.
this
Point
way.
to the direction it is. That way.
You head back to the bathhouse with Joastra in tow. I haven't actually put enough space for me to move you back to the bathhouse on my map. One moment. Here we go. Incoming. Here it is. There you go.
Woo!
And I has my face back.
You want everything, really, don't you?
Can I have my face back, please?
And I have face. Yay! Face. There you are.
You all walk back to the bathhouse, and there are happy reunions for Joastra. With Davenka, the grandmother, in case that wasn't clear yet. And how the following day she meets you outside the house. You're a monk, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I can tell. I've got some training myself. Where are you from?
I'm from.
Where am I
the
from? Where's this accent gone?
Yeah, that was.
I'm from a mountain temple.
It wasn't near Mulemaster, was it?
John, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm being asked to get a closer look at Josastra's face.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So let me show you this.
Oh, I want to see it. Ooh, nice.
That is kind of cool.
I had to Photoshop it. So they didn't have green skin.
You poor thing.
The hair is green.
I can see that, John. Thank you.
The hair is green from the thing. They allowed me to do green hair, but not green skin.
I thought you were just letting us know.
Her hair is green.
Just in case I've lost my face now.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
I could in the soap. I made it myself.
Yeah, it's a very bright color. She has a hood that she puts up sometimes.
Neat.
'Cause she's a rogue. Monk rogue.
Monk rogue. Rogue monk. Monkey monk.
A ronk.
A rogue. Yeah, she's a rogue.
Or a moog.
Rogue.
I could have asked you to art, Danny, if I hadn't made it about 5 minutes before we started the game. I'll ask you to art it for the next time she appears.
This is where she just drops dead.
There's another...
Just eaten by the salamander. Just
You left me.
you'll never leave me again.
Does that mean we're going to have a title at some point of that other Genasi again?
The rise of the other Genasi.
The other Genasi 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Where is this other temple?
It's, near Mulemaster.
Are there other air genasi there?
They worship the air.
I worship the air.
I don't know if there are other Genasi there, but I was hired to deliver supplies to them. I was hired to deliver some supplies to them.
We could do it.
I do odd jobs. There's a message that needs to be sent.
We could do it for you.
The message is, be careful of the face-stealing... Oh, we don't really need to send that.
A demon that steals stasis has been spoiled yet? Well, that would have been useful 20 minutes ago.
I mean, sure, if you think you could head in that direction.
Yeah. Can't we? We can go, can't we?
Please.
Are you asking me?
No, I'm going to ask my friends. I thought they were here because they're there on the map, but then I remembered you said this was the next day. Hey, it's alive.
Your friends appear.
Guys, we're going on an adventure.
Okay, where, why, when, how?
We're yeah, that's me. We're going to a temple near Monfrat.
Toast to lady. Where are we going?
It's a temple near Mulemaster in the mountains. Monks of the Yellow Banner. They worship the air, but there's a storm brewing. They might need to evacuate.
There's a storm brewing.
We will deliver this message and the supplies for it.
Well, if they need to evacuate, do we need to take the supplies? They need to come down. They need to get away, surely. Well, we better take the supplies just in case they don't need to go away. So, yeah, we need to do that.
They might be able to teach you some new
Dance
stuff.
That would be really cool.
Well, to adventure.
Thank you for saving me.
It's what we do. We are good people.
We are heroes.
I use my powers of wind to make like his cape billow.
I need to find the cape of billowing.
My friend made sure that my bard character had one.
It is the best worthless magic item in the
Yep.
world.
He actually gave me an upgraded version, which was called the Cape of Renown. It billowed, and it gave me advantage on charisma checks when I was making outlandish lies about my achievements.
Best item ever.
Because my bard was basically just he was just a guy that was liked reading stories about adventurers, so pretended he was one and claimed to be this famous adventurer that he'd read about in a book.
At this point, as you prepare to head off, probably by now fully clothed, but I mean, hey, you're Hal, so
I don't think how can ever be described as fully clothed.
you get prepared to go. And
Be prepared.
that is where we will find you in the next episode of The Golden Tooth. So all that remains for me to say is thank you guys for watching. Yes, I prepare everything last minute. I had the map set out, and then I thought, you know what, I should have a token for her face.
Maybe she requires a face.
Quite pleased to have that face back.
And now Pyrolis has her face back.
Yes.
Always convenient having faces.
Let's have a look at what is coming up. So tomorrow night, over on the Angel Games player channel, is more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So if that is a game that interests you, tune in for that. On Friday night on this channel, we'll be back with the adventures of the A-Team continuing now that they've been and helped the B-Team blow up Greenhaven. And, you know, stop Guan from taking over the universe.
Well, to be perfectly fair, most of the damage was done by our own teams.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, most of the damage was done by your team.
That's what I mean. It was done by, you know, I mean, a implosion gone awry and a meteor summoned by Brandovan. It was
Yeah, it was a real natural 1, natural 99 situation.
Yeah.
But now that that situation is dealt with, we're back in our own storyline where we'll hopefully not blow up our own base yet.
Yeah, that sounds boring.
Don't worry, we'll come help with that.
On Sunday night, the Clutches of the Cult crew will face the rage of the Eternal Flame, deep in the heart of Mount Hammerhast.
Is this burning?
On Monday, for Minecraft Mondays, Sean and I will damn well do something.
Yeah, we never did figure out what that something was, did we?
We never actually got around to looking it up yet.
Statue of Michael.
I mean,
Tune in to see whether that happens or not.
tune in to see if it is
Well.
a statue of Michael, or
Now I need to tune into Minecraft Monday.
or if we do something else. You'll find out Monday. And on Tuesday, it is Tall Tale Tuesdays, where we are facing the revenge of the Morning Star. Which is the second to last in this plot
Second to
line.
last of the Shroudbreaker Chronicle, if you will.
So, again, tune in for the near-thrilling conclusion of the Shroudbreaker Chronicles.
When you say near, do you mean
The-
thrilling near conclusion?
The penultimate.
Yeah,
penultimate
well,
episode.
when you say near thrilling confusion, it sounds like it's
Yeah.
not going to be thrilling, but it's nearly thrilling.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how thrilling it's going to be. I
You're
can't
not-
promise thrills.
You were nearly thrilled. It was.
You will be so close to being thrilled.
I can't promise thrills, but I can promise it's nearly the end of the campaign.
we can most certainly promise spills.
We will promise. We can't promise thrills. We'll promise it ends soon.
We'll promise it'll be over soon.
You're not very good at this advertising thing, are you?
And then next Wednesday we'll be back with something.
We'll be back with video games.
Yep. Probably.
Games will be played. Maybe.
I don't actually it's one of our variety weeks and we've not decided what it is yet. So stay tuned for when we do. Soon. In the meantime, what's Spammels doing in Minecraft at the moment, Sean?
He's been having a chill stream.
So should we drop a raid on Spammels and say hey and such?
Yeah.
The fuck you doing on our turf?
Don't you know this is what we do on Monday nights?
Yeah, everyone knows
Good old vanilla.
we're the only people that stream Minecraft. God.
So we're gonna drop a raid over on Spammels, who is says he's doing Minecraft, but it's come up with a Sea of Thieves canon. So he's playing a game. Go say hi to Spammels. We'll see you again real soon. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. Bye.
Bye.